everyone's sucking the fun out of everything. Welcome back, adventurers. My name is Eli, the Game Master, and this is A Good Day to Die.
It's on there too. Dang it.
So for those of you just tuning in, we are a tabletop role-playing game, specifically a fantasy tabletop role-playing game where me and my friends get together to create a fantasy world to entertain you, but mostly just each other. In this fantastical world that I've made up into my mind and put very little on paper, but I pretend like I know what I'm doing. My friends here are going to be rolling dice to determine the outcome of certain things, activities, attacks, skill checks, things like that, to see how the progression of the story is moved along with some role-playing abilities and skills that will bring the characters that they have created to life. So it's no longer a figment of their imagination, but a display for you, the viewers, to watch and enjoy. So, but if you are keeping up with us, and this is not your first episode, welcome back. Last we left off, our characters had moved into the witch's hut. Thesmera, the nightmare dream thief hag, who has created this evil plot with a nightmare dragon to take over the nightmare realm and to bring monsters from the plane of Ling and shift over into the rest of the dream world as it is. There's also the main story plot about the Black Blood, which is connected to this, but we are not quite working on that right now. They're on a side quest because crazy things happened under a tree. It's true.
It's so succinct, but it's so true.
Into Thesmera's hut, they went in, had encountered some traps, gained some treasure, went into a room. People almost died. Ragenar had been knocked unconscious and Ragenar had taken over. Ragenar moved with the group up into a haunted hallway where Ragenar decided to go off and do his own thing. He decided to split the party. His player, Shane, is not with us tonight. He had to take care of some personal stuff, but spoiler alert, he was going to split the party anyway. This just saves time. The rest of the group, however, had found the Library of Lost Souls. There in the Library of Lost Souls, they had found 3 undead librarians. These skeletal creatures cloaked in red robes, holding books and turning to regard the group. And Delaney, or Perry, had used his ability to change his appearance to make it as if he was holding the same unholy symbol that they were bearing. Presenting this unholy symbol to them, they regarded the group as friendly, not immediately attacking them, and had invited them into the Library of Lost Souls. Upon inspection of the books, they had discovered that these are people or wanderers who had moved into the dream plane and had confronted Thesmera asking for help in some way, and in return she wanted knowledge. A trick of the word as she polymorphed them into these tomes, and they discovered that if they were to read the tome, whatever skills the person had in life, they could acquire for a short period of time with an hour of discovery. And we will go ahead and pick it up there. The area that you're in smells a bit of wood from the old aged cabinets and shelves, stone from the floors and walls, and that kind of sweet saccharine scent of decay that passes just ever so often as the librarians just kind of make their way back and forth. They seem to be friendly towards you and willing to conversate, but for the most part, they seem to be doing what they always do, just leafing through books and wandering around, being undead, because they have internal patience now and nothing else going on. So, what would you all like to do?
I can still open the hall.
What?
Yes, he never entered.
Yeah, you and I went inside.
You guys chewed up Taris and Serene.
They also found a drink.
So
You chewed up Taris and Serene. He's like, let's go to the library. I slept your own devices.
There's devices in the corner.
There is now.
Nice.
You have a level 7 alchemist there. There's so many
Who's
devices.
bored?
I don't know if boredom is the word for this.
It feels so empty right here. It's like, I miss my brain.
He misses.
So Damon's very much out of place in the library. So he looks over at Perry, he's like, and kind of leans in. What now?
I will do a perception roll, I think. See if anything like, pops out at me as far as the books in particular.
You may. Taurus and Serene. With a 24, looking over the room in its entirety, there is much to take in. The vast majority of which seems to be just the books themselves. You notice that when you move past them, any books that are left leaning like broad-faced out instead of just the spine, you can see that latch, that seal with the eye floating in it, and they are tracking you. When you move by, they regard you and watch you as you move by. The rest of it seems relatively mundane. There seems to be no real traps, no magical sigils, anything like that. It seems that she has entrusted the protection of this library to her 3 librarians. However, you do notice something just out of the corner of your eye, and it was movement that caught your attention. There's a book on the lectern that opens, and you see the page. And periodically, it does that with intent.
Is it like regular, like a metronome, or
No, it's as if somebody's reading
reading
it.
it?
But there's no like sign of a sphere in here, like an orb,
Like a crystal
Like a
ball.
scry.
crystal ball.
A skateboard review?
Not that you see.
I'll cruise my way over to
Inspecting the lectern, you see that the words on the book resting on the lectern begin to kind of like shift and move. The page turns periodically, and so as you're taking the time to like read it and go over it, the page turns. And so you're having trouble deciphering what exactly is written on the pages.
Does it seem to be arcane in nature, or
The book itself?
well the writing? Like,
The
magic
writing itself? Yes.
Would that be a use magic device?
It would be read magic.
It's part of my class, so yes. It's an innate ability.
Crap. As you kind of like tilt your head and you look over this, the runes themselves begin to read out as if they're instructions. But as you like try to read the instructions, the page turns.
There's no like creature there,
There's one of the skeletal champions standing next to it.
but not active.
No, he's just doing his own thing. And the lectern turns on its own, and it's the book on the lectern turns on its own. Or this is normal for him.
I use mage hand to open it at the beginning of it.
You can try. It does not work.
Yes.
Oh, he has a special.
I think his special thing is attended objects. I don't know if it's
Is there any sort of organizations in the library that I can tell from one standing?
I mean, yes, it's organized.
By theme, by content, by book size, by
Not really.
alphabetical.
No, there is no really Dewey Decimals.
I start walking along counterclockwise,
Mhm.
just kind of looking at the books as I go.
You get to that?
No, does anything catch my eye, it might be something regarding our quest, or a name I recognize, or...
Every single one of these books used to be.
So the thing we're trying
Well,
to
I knew that.
There's a haunt going on right now.
Right.
We're trying to end it.
Guys.
These are not written by people. They are
They are
people.
people.
Yeah. They are written people.
I hesitantly reach out and pick one up. Please tell me it doesn't make that noise.
Oh, it does. Also, when you touch like the leathery binding of it, it kind of like gently moves. There's
Does
a
it need to be
tube sticking-
unlocked or just unlatched?
Just unlatched.
I unlatch it.
Go ahead and roll me a d12.
Oh, there it is. Okay. No, I got it. It's not one
It's the
I
one with
need.
the 12 sides, which is 3 times more than the d4.
You are in shock. 5.
You said. You begin kind of like leafing through it. The red words contrasted against the pale yellow background. As you begin reading through these words, it starts off kind of very mundane, like a journal almost. I was born here, this happened to me. And as you start leafing through it a little bit more, you start to read of this person picking up their father's sword, wearing armor, going into battle with shield and plate armor. It starts to talk about a person and their adventures into becoming what seems to be a fighter.
I am intrigued and I continue reading.
Okay.
I reach out. And Travis sends us a tingle.
Technically,
Technically, no.
yes.
Well, I touched the book.
When you touch the book, placing your hand on it, you feel it begin to vibrate as if it's not super chill with you holding it.
Pardon me, I just
You flip it over, looking at the beginning. I assume you start to read it. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Roll me an intelligence check.
Intelligence check.
Oh yeah,
19.
19.
Oh,
You're there, by the way. As you begin reading over the book, you begin to see instructions on how to properly read the pages, in what order and from which direction to read them. It's written in a different, like, almost a code. Like somebody had invented their own alphabet and had given instructions in magical runes on how it should be read. You are able to decipher how it works. It's almost like a puzzle, and you're like, oh, that's a palindrome. So if I do this and I read it from this direction, and you start getting an understanding of it, as you read through it, you start to realize you're reading no normal book. You're actually reading a tome of understanding. And if you follow the instructions, which you are able to do, it will take you about 5 rounds to do. It's very simple, but odd and radical, as if it's a combination lock. To turn to this page, read in this direction, flip to this page, shut the book, and then open it again. If you follow the instructions correctly, which with your past intelligence roll you're able to do, the living soul within the book will begin to qualm, and it will simply become a book of understanding. Or a tome of understanding. Technically, it's not the book that the spirit resides in, it's the lectern.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'll spend that time.
So if anybody just looks over at Perry, he's just like...
Upside down.
Big origami with this thing.
You know, and it's just like, he doesn't know how to read, does he? And then you kind of like...
Is that flesh?
No.
Sweet.
Yes.
This thick book contains tips for improving instinct and perception. But entwined within the words is a powerful magical effect. If anyone reads this book, which takes a total of 48 hours over a minimum of 6 days, they gain the inherent +2 bonus to their wisdom score. Once the book is read, the magic disappears from the book and it becomes a mind.
I could use it.
I don't think I have
Sure.
48 hours in the library. I don't finish the book. I kind of set it back on the shelf. And I start getting a little bit more choosy. I start looking to see if I recognize any names.
They're all within the bindings. You have to open
Any faces, any flesh colors?
it. Are you looking for someone specific?
Not particular. How do these souls? Are these just people that have come over to the dream plane, or have they been captured in the dream plane and turned into books?
They have not been captured. They willingly sought her out.
Got it.
Asked her a monkey paw favor,
Got it.
and she used that room with a polymorph sigil in it to turn them into books.
And
So I wouldn't know who to look for.
would it be spellcraft? No. What? Counters then?
Counters.
It would be another polymorph.
Yes.
Do I recognize any names of any paladins?
So you open each book.
No, I start opening books at random, looking at the name. I guess that'd be like a perception or search. No.
Walk over to you. Italy. What is the souls that actually? Stealth check.
Skeletal champion doesn't get
Yeah. Go.
He doesn't even know he's over
I
behind
don't
me. I'm saying next
You're
to him,
talking
I
to
can
me.
hear
me.
I somehow don't understand.
Probably midway.
Then we need to roll the
Not an exorcist.
I have a lot of
But I know
things
how to
that-
end a hunt.
knowledge religion.
I rolled a 1.
Oh boy.
What hunt?
Good message.
I think we should be more interested in how to free the souls from this.
Right. You're right. You've always been right. Oh,
Terrace is right there.
Oh.
It's not gonna be a good night.
Maybe the doctor. I keep my head out the door.
I open another book.
You would see me. I am just crouched back, flat against the wall, and I have that 1,000-yard slide.
Hey, Doc.
You also would notice that Terrace and Serene have a very similar expression on their faces.
Like it. Zoned out.
Yeah, like they're not there. They've checked out.
Hey, Doc.
Yeah.
Need some help.
Why?
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 To end all this.
What does it matter?
To save the world?
Been there, done that. Look what happened.
Sense motive.
You may.
Can you just come in here, please? 18.
With an 18, his countenance has completely changed since the haunt started. Something is affecting Isaac Cohen.
Are you okay? What's wrong?
still just sitting that way.
You know, you told him things you didn't explain.
Also, are you regarding him from the door, or
No,
you
I'm-
stepped out the hall?
Oh, no, I can't see him. You're right. I can hear him, but I can't see him.
That's not good. His eyes peeking out, like, hey, I'm in.
Right, and then you join the conversation, and so my question is,
Okay,
are you
yeah.
regarding him from the door,
Yeah.
or have you stepped to the hall?
Regarding him from the door. Coming behind, looking over him. I am
Not
like a
that
foot
hard.
taller
It's
than you.
not, yeah.
Foot.
Probably. Or two.
You're what, 6 something? How tall is Dan?
6 foot.
You'd probably be a head taller than him if you were a foot taller than him.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's
Small.
a child even.
That's why when he came in your room that night, because he had a nightmare, he had a scene, and you told him to kick rocks.
Yes, I did.
Did.
That's the thing you did. And no one can think of
Let me tell you about what happened.
Let me tell you about my
I tell you about
childhood.
one night when Sarah went into the parents' room seeking help.
No, I don't think we need to unpack that
Now
right
go back to your room, or I'm telling the boogeyman to eat your toes.
More like mom sitting bolt upright in her bed, screaming, and she bit Dad's hand when he tried to cover her mouth.
Interesting. Anyways. Cool.
Just drop that friendly comment.
Well, we look back on it now and laugh.
We look back now on it.
But okay. Back on so many. Is he okay?
Like that.
Hey, Tom, can you come here for a second? Diplomacy? We might need your help with something.
Sure. One. I do stand up and slowly make my way. Just letting, if those voices are still going on in my head, just letting them roll over.
Also, rolled 32 diplomacy. So.
That's great.
Still sad.
Well, you can be sad and
Magic
convinced.
stuff. It's not sadness. This is like 3 steps beyond sadness.
I'm really sad.
You call it
Really,
crushing
really.
despair.
Well, Damon's not a patient person, so how far do you get in, say, 2 turns? Okay. Like, do you see all this? These books are alive. Right. These books
You pay attention.
were people.
Yes.
I get it. Try and get in close. How do we free them? No, we know
You're
how.
the holy man.
We know how. We just can't. So, new roll then for how to free. How would you go about freeing the people from the books?
You don't know what a haunt is.
I don't know what a haunt is, but I do know
You rolled a 1.
what the books are.
Right.
That's a different roll.
We also know.
Sure. Then go ahead.
We know the spell holy man. Why you
What knowledge?
It'd be spellcraft.
23.
Wait.
$23, you say?
Yes.
So these are polymorphed humanoids. The way to reverse that is to polymorph them back.
One at a time. There's no like mass anti-polymorph you can do.
There are ways to break a mass grouping of people like this, but you do not know what it is. Depends on your role, I suppose. Yes.
Also, we have to have the discussion about whether it's worth the time and effort to do it, or if it would just get in the way of, get in the way of everything.
Because my initial thought was releasing a soul spring. Just like Amos, come on, buddy. Get with
That's a
me.
better name.
I am not my character.
Are you?
Right. None of us are. Especially not Eli. He just plays all his characters. All his personality traits come out. Just one at a time.
New DM, you truly love the lionless acrobat.
So, so do I know in 37 spells?
So with the 37 spellcraft, you have heard of it. A mass polymorph. It's typically something that, it's typically like a seal that many spellcasters can create and use. It's not something you can just cast on somebody. It's a thing you have to create. A lot of time, effort, and money goes into making one of these. And so, like, technically, if you had the know-how and enough powerful spellcasters, you could just bring them into this room and turn it into that thing, and then bada boom.
And there's not a way to, like, reverse the room that already exists.
What do you mean reverse the room that already exists? Oh, the other seal room? Yes? Technically, but it'd be the same.
The same process.
Yeah.
And then, final question is, do these books require reading?
Technically, no. They're not alive.
Cool.
They are conscious, not alive.
And then if we don't have any other ideas,
There is a weight limit.
there is.
We have 2 minutes.
I'm sure it's pounds of it. Let's get 200 for the first one.
Big is this library.
Is it more than 100?
I think it is.
I was thinking of my never spent. Not book of holding.
Who did you call it, dummy?
Me.
Okay.
It's 250.
Oh! I'm dumb, I'm sorry. So, thing. With a polymorph, however, with that, piggybacking off of what you know about reversing a polymorph effect,
Yeah.
a polymorph effect that she has is the same thing. You're connecting that. She has a room dedicated to it. That's how you would reverse it. However, something feeding that. It's not something you just create and it just forever is. It has to be fed. There has to be a magical source that is powering into it. Roll me a second spellcraft check.
Dream tier.
No. Dream tears aren't batteries. Souls are.
So Wells
Oh, that's still. I was like, whoa. 35.
So wells are. And you know that with an island like this, that is floating and has so many magical effects, it's all being fed. It's not something she just created and was like, it now floats forever. There's a constant energy source that it's drawing off of, and you feel like this effect also draws off of that. Anything within the active aura, energized aura, remains polymorph, but if the aura was ever to be destroyed, it'd be a
Or
different
if they
story.
would be removed from the aura.
Also that.
Like that. Random system.
Also that. Oh. No.
Not that easy.
The polymorph effect will continue to last
Okay.
unless what changed them has been destroyed.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, that would
So
be-
yeah, you could take them with you wherever you want.
That would be the room. That was sealed.
The soul.
The what?
The soul well is beneath. It's not that same. We haven't seen the soul well.
Right. But we know there has to be something like that.
You do.
I know there has to be something.
I imagine she may be
Hmm.
one can only assume.
Maybe I don't go and steal all the books.
You're not a rogue.
I know.
Can I now at the door looking into it? I almost want to say just a perception check to see if I notice anything weird and unusual. Because I almost want to say, do I notice anything of the books? Specifically, like different flesh styles. Like, is there humans, orcs?
Yeah, that was determined. All humanoid, but yes.
Are there any that
One
have
book
more,
has a beard.
Are there any that has more like my skin color, like that reddish, like hellish,
Like tiefling?
or even darker?
Maybe
Tridian?
one.
I would pick it up if I found one and start to leave for it.
How many D10? Or D12?
That's the one that's 12 on it.
Hey, thanks. I found it. 9.
You begin to read stories of an orphan tiefling forever scorned because of how his appearance was. He began to make a name for himself and a living by stealing. This book gives descriptions on how stealthy he was and how he was able to move in and out of places without being noticed.
He was codenamed Tiefling.
Wow. I hate
Can I
how
deny
funny it
that?
is.
Can I just say no?
No, roll to deny.
16.
It's your person.
I briefly
Tiefling.
I briefly look at Perry and just.
Tyrus, can you help with this? Okay.
Pardon, yes. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Great.
You see she's just kind of staring at the floor, leaning against the wall.
Do it sounds better. Make sure.
Make sure you're not.
Plain out character. 26.
26?
Yeah.
Ever since the hallway and that effect that went off, these three have been. Because Tayrus started to spiral and slapped him back into it. It seems like Dr. Tone and Serene are suffering from the same thing. But Tayrus is very poorly trying to hide it. And Serene it looks as if everything that she has been through in the years that she's been through it has caught up to her.
Same thing, but different with Dr. Tone.
As if her lust for revenge has finally been over.
Yeah.
I think they're actively affected by
I almost started to yell at Amos. Only to remember he's playing in character right now.
One person split the party, everybody else is affected with crippling despair, and my other option is Amos.
Sir, it's crushing despair.
Crushing despair.
Okay, in my defense, I rolled a 1.
No, we don't. You're doing fine. This doesn't
Also in the game.
make, doesn't make it less stressful.
How long was that for? Pizza.
They do seem really depressed.
Is it being affected by hundreds of souls?
I don't know, this
Voices.
library is really pretty.
Voices in it. 4 minutes.
So in the 5 minutes it took him. No, that's.
Yeah. I was like,
I thought it was the 5 minutes.
we're probably coming up on it, but you know.
I open up another book. Just random.
This one tells about a tracker learning how to hunt animals in the wilderness.
A human tracker?
No,
attracts dwarves, or
Both.
Dwarf.
A shipping ships.
Damon gets bored with that one. Puts it back.
Okay.
Really cool.
really
Not his
so
forte. Not his cup of tea.
I've always described my formula book. I won't say my alchemical tongue. That was not the right word for my formula book as being like it's a flesh-bound book.
Mm-hmm.
Is it similar to any of the colors here?
No. No, this is a whole different type of rose.
Okay.
Yeah.
it's like lit.
It's a brand of weird.
We almost did when Ragnar stepped into the room.
I said to the far side of the room. Pick up another book.
Okay.
Just let me know when those work.
12.
It's a wizard.
Nope. I'll have nothing to do with wizards. Hey Perry,
Yeah.
you might enjoy this one.
Is it
I
like
imagine Perry's just watching.
a flesh-covered tome at you?
I think it licked me.
You're touching a person.
No.
You are a person. I put the book back. Sorry. Can we leave? This
Yeah, I
is
think
weird.
so. I think we're gonna do that thing. We're gonna go to another room.
Are there receipts in here?
No.
I just sleep there.
There's also no table. It's as if this place wasn't made for you to go into, sit down, and enjoy light reading.
There's no light reading.
Sit down against a wall and loosely thumb through a page.
It talks about a holy man ascending into their religion and finding their deity.
So I do start to actively read this one
Mm-hmm.
until those 4 minutes are up.
It takes an hour to read the book.
Correct.
Yeah. So,
That's what I am doing until I make it.
I will say with Damon's curiosity and the time it took you to deactivate the tone, that the time has worn up, the crushing despair does wear
It's travel its way to me. I'm just like,
off. Oh, my goodness.
I suddenly pipe up. Stand up. My dear skeletal friends. Hi, by the way, what is your name?
We are the librarians.
You just go back, and you would see an instant change of personality and mood. Like librarian A, B, and C. How do you differentiate between the three of you?
We are they who are the librarians. Individuality and names are meant for others without purpose.
Right. Your holy symbol. Can you tell me more about your god?
Oh, let me tell you about this god.
I had so many things I wanted to do, and I was like, my character cannot and would not. It's fun.
and I'll just be reading my.
Your fleshy wizard now?
No, it's a no understanding. No flesh involved. The only book that is not flesh filled.
One may argue that you use
Why I say what I like.
Say the man whose intelligence score is currently at 26.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a single score book. Now, my charisma, wisdom, and enemy are all even killed.
Oh, I'm on the struggle bus.
we all
When you start juggling it again?
It was so funny seeing it again. Because when I said it was in unison, it was pretty daggum in unison.
Quick,
'Cause
entertain
there's
the
even-
masses.
There was a beat where all three of you tried to think of something, and that was just where you went. And then my face, as I saw it, I was just like, but why?
Just disbelief.
Are you not entertained by
I was
juggling?
not. Well, I was more
Originally
entertained
not,
by the
that's
box
it,
falling
right?
down. If we're talking about entertainment level, I'd pay $20 to see that again. I'd give you a nickel.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. He can edit this out afterwards.
He won't.
The problem is, anytime we do stuff like this, we keep talking through it, so there's no clean editing breaks.
And cut.
So, anybody know any good jokes out there?
There's Jack Frost get to work. My eyes.
And pitch the question again.
I see you have a holy symbol there. Tell me about your god.
This is Azara, the patron god of witches and witchcraft. Yes, she that brought us to life worships and gains her magic through Azara, not solely by a coven or by some patron deity.
What is her interest in books? Which is these? Not into the bush. They held them.
These are not simply books.
Yes, they're past people who have made the Elizabeth film area. It became domed.
Yes.
Knowledgeable information.
She understands the power behind knowledge and has gained it through dozens of people, increasing her own magics and a deeper understanding of the psyche of dream.
What's up with the hallway?
That's haunted. It's super spooky.
Just so
What?
Oh yeah, we don't go out there.
What haunts it?
Ghosts.
But like from whence do they haunt it?
He gestures to the books.
These are the physical and mental manifestations of those polymorphed into an inanimate object. The soul itself cannot inhabit such a vessel, so they are trapped here as poltergeists, bound to a location. Whatever.
That's natural. Anybody did it?
Not really.
Cool. It still goes down.
And one final question. I thank you so much for your time and educating me in these matters.
Learning from us is part of overcoming this room's trial. You had the holy symbol, we're friendly now.
Anyway, go on.
Why are the paintings have their faces ripped off?
They are manifestations of those who once were. They no longer have identities. It was taken from them.
How many paintings were there?
A dozen.
It's more symbolic than anything.
So there's no rhyming method, whatever, to those 12 and a half
Could be. But no,
That would have been a good idea.
it's already a good idea. I'm a good DM.
So, and I guess, sort of ask that in that question form. But why were those 12 singled out?
It's not only those 12. The hallway is ever changing, shifting, like different rooms inside the hut will be. Not everything in the dream world remains the same forever. Don't.
You don't need to. You don't need to be.
So Baku the Baku's 5 feet long. What do you mean giant?
I feel like you're focusing on the giant part and not the elephant floating part.
Damon, seeing that these skeletons are actually talkative and respond,
You haven't talked to them.
hypes up. Do you know where we might find your mistress?
Yes. But we're under strict orders not to divulge locations within the hut.
Oh, I see. So, who might we talk to if we need to find a certain location?
That would be Thesmera herself.
Oh, I see.
You could tell us where she is.
No.
She thought
We only know where she is when she's here. Outside of this room. She could be anywhere.
we know where she isn't. By knowing all the points where she isn't, we know where she is.
Well, she's not here.
Tyrus is like,
The missile uses advanced tracking software. It measures all the places it is. By knowing where all the places it is, it knows where it is.
you see, we have knowns and we have unknowns, but we also have known knowns and unknown knowns and known unknowns, but not unknown unknowns, because we don't know what those are.
And mostly agree with it. Back to the painting. You say the shifting and the changing. Why did they specifically lose their identity, and not the other rough count of thousands of souls you have here?
The paintings do change. Those who lost their identity manifest periodically. It's not the same 12.
Right, but why did they lose their identity? Why would those particular books?
No, they're here.
Okay.
Yeah, their souls out there. Their bodies here. Yeah.
Which it makes you wonder, though. Check a book out with dog.
That's
I don't know. Worth a shot.
You hear one whisper.
One of the librarians steps outside. He grabs the book. He turns and looks at you and in a scolding tone says,
We are also under strict instructions that these books shall never leave this room.
roll me a perception check.
Unprompted, so I won't say.
28.
With a 28, when you do that, all three of them look over at you as if magically alerted that a book had left the room. Not that they saw it, they just knew.
Okay. Okay. Do with that information, but okay.
If you
What
tried
not
to,
do with
if
that
you tried to
information.
put them in your bag and leave.
This is the DM letting you know.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying this encounter you
Avoid
bypass.
it. Might not be a bypass.
Yeah. Quickly becomes reality.
Okay.
You cannot tell us about locations and other things, but knowledge should be traded and shared accordingly. Preferably not in that form. What do you know about the Moon Beast?
The moon based only what any scholar of the Akalo persuasion can tell you.
In Aqua, I say, of course, I have some knowledge of this.
He's not that.
That's not a question, so he stares at you.
Back in the common. What's its name?
To ask an undescribable creature, a monster from Ling, what its name is.
But surely you call it by something.
We simply refer to it as the Moon Beast, or Lord of the Unnamed Rock.
Significance to me. The term.
Unnamed rock.
Lord of the Unnamed Rock, or Unnamed Rock.
We saw the
You were there.
Oh,
You were on the rock.
It was the pyramid up top.
Yeah. He even made the comment, doesn't calling it the unnamed rock defeat.
give it a
yet.
name. Got it. Okay.
You need to take that up with Mr. Lovecraft.
I would, but he dead.
Is he though? Have you read his works? Are we sure?
He'll live forever in your nightmares.
I'm thinking if we were to run across a statue of such a beast or creature, I want to properly give it the respect it deserves.
Yes. Of course. Certain idols like that may exist only obey Thesmera herself. Like if you had an item that allowed you to disguise yourself, you could like
And we've seen
bypass the
we've
statue.
seen an image of Thesmera.
No, but
It would have been really easy.
If only we had.
Like
something
I said,
that.
I'm a good deal. But it's dead now, so
And there are 4 doors that lead here.
there are one door.
That leads back into the
One
hallway.
I'm getting I get a weird angle on the map. So
Those are bookshelves. Full of books.
I don't think.
Soil green.
People! These books are people!
So are the skeletal champions also reading people books?
No. They're actually reading their spell books.
Oh. They have spell books.
Because in life they were spellcasters.
So in death, they're still spellcasters.
They would have to be arcane spellcasters. Like a wizard.
Sorry, I asked.
Like they are just lousy with fireball.
I asked them the question. What were you in your previous life?
I am uncertain.
You have a spell.
Yes,
You understand the rings and rings of it?
yes,
You still are experienced.
yes.
How old is the booklet?
Actually relatively new. Same with his robes.
Would I know if that's like just a they don't age kind of a thing, or is that like they've been
No, skeletal champions do age. Their armor typically is broken or rusted. However, it's as if these people have been bedecked, as if she has equipped them with items to make them scarier than a normal skeletal champion.
Like
Nudge, nudge, wink.
Not more like magical enhancements. Yeah, she didn't just give them thousands of gold worth of equipment.
Sure.
Oh, I'm positive. Yeah, as if she slapped templates on them to make them more frightening.
Nothing I can acquire.
No. I've given you enough stuff, buddy. It's either like feast or famine. I know, but we're in famine or we're in feast territory.
Well, like I personally know to give a skeletal champion magic ability and magic casting, that's like double the DC. You know.
Anyways, I'm gonna see myself out
Da-da-da-da-da.
Hey!
and go to the door on my left.
When you step out into the hallway, I will need a will save.
22.
Oh. Sorry. What'd you say it was?
22.
Okay.
As you step out, you hear those voices crying out, calling for help and warning you to leave. You feel that wave wash over you, and you're able to instate it back.
Once upon, I don't know much about monks because my knowledge relation is not personal knowledge. Can I try to reach out mentally to these things?
Sure.
And broadcast a message. I'm actively trying to help release your souls. Please don't harm us.
In doing so, you hear them crying back to you in that same way. It's not a mental thing. They have no minds. They're immune to that because undead. But they are crying out to you. Roll me sense motive. The 15, you get the feeling they don't know they're hurt. As if just their presence is what's doing it. They're not attacking you. They just always trying to get you. Tyrus watches you step out. I just wanted to test something. Thank you. He says as he walks past you. It has a cooldown. He walks over to one of the doors.
I immediately call him the moment I hear that voice.
Just moonwalks.
How's Celine doing?
Serene.
Serene, thank you.
Yeah, serenity. She is serene. No, she's a dream dragon. Very much like she was just staring off into the distance. Now her head is up. That seems to be the only change.
I walk up to her, kind of. Are you okay?
How tall is your character?
6 foot.
6 foot? She's the same height.
Okay. Are you okay?
Of course. Well, as okay as I can be. My husband was murdered, my children were eaten, and I was enslaved for several years. What are you asking about specifically?
You seem to have been overcome by all of it, instead of the strength that you showed us before. I was making sure that.
Is it 22 to me? Sorry, does it hit your touch?
It's funny that you think it would be that low.
She rolled a 2 and might be.
A 22,
No, it's not. She told me she has more than a plus 20 to attack.
Oh boy.
She says, there seemed to have been some kind of effect that affected me, the Tengu, and the Tiefling. However, outside of that, I'm not entirely certain what's going on. If you're asking if I'm still under the effects, no. But I do appreciate you looking out for me.
I'm right now. It's only right that we look out for each other.
She seems very hesitant
I don't notice. I just kind of.
to say something.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, it looks like whatever's out there is affecting Perry or Tyrus. I think we should be okay.
It shouldn't have affected me.
Someone rolled one.
She steps outside. You said you turned to the door immediately to your right? To your left? Yeah, sorry, that's where the doors are. That first door.
Alchemist Lab.
Do what?
There's an Alchemist Lab.
That's an alchemist slap. Like,
Yeah.
what's slapping? Are we slapping the alchemist now?
Oh! That's the wrong
Oh,
door.
no. Can I,
really?
can I
Close the-
stealthily open it?
Nope, you didn't say that.
We all pile through.
Hey, Perry, what'd you find? Like,
And A-Log is just like,
No.
you open the door, and what stretches out before you is that room.
Yeah.
You see the mist drifting across the ground. You see the bones scattered about. You see the corpse of a nightmare dragon. It's twisted and barely recognizable as it's laying there, the blood still extending out, seeping into the crevices of the stone floor and stretching beyond. Looking up to the sky, you see the obscuring mist, and beyond it you can see the flash of cannon fire as it... And you hear the sound echoing out, dulled and slow. It's
That
difficult
just
to see.
started.
You can roll me a perception check, though. It's too obscure.
I didn't know knowing where Alok was about 10 minutes ago, does she still appear to be there?
Wait a minute, is this the place that you popped into?
I pop potion of invisibility. Not greater, just. And I will stealthily walk over to where the other ring is.
Roll me that perception check to find out where it's at.
Oh,
Yeah. You have, you get like a +10 because you know where you popped out at.
Also maintain
28. Sorry. No. 30.
Okay.
+10.
Yeah. The thing is, you can't see it, so the DC of it is increased, but you have a general idea where it's at. You start to go over to where you last saw it. Moving over, you said you follow in?
maintain. I was following quickly behind Taylor's when I was following. If not, I would be going straight for you. I don't know.
Okay, where do you go?
Just in something.
Okay, how far?
Just in
And I move in front of my
So as you begin moving through the mist, you do have to take a moment to get down and search. As you do so, you feel along the ground and you do feel something hard. You grab it and you realize, boom, you have the other gate ring.
Could you shake your own hand?
I don't think you physically could.
You can stick with it.
Well, yeah, but not all of it.
No.
Starts spinning into himself. Neat. I created a new plane somewhere.
As you two step in, Damon, you hear a voice. It's coming from like here, but like right there. As you hear, I remember you. And Alok manifests right beside you. And just like that, surprise round, and we will roll for initiative.
You know,
You know,
I was stealth
it's a sad day to not have a Ragenar. Not that he really would have done. Even out lost us behind other doors.
Perry.
25.
David, I too rolled 25.
Oh my goodness. Tayrus too rolled a 25.
Woo!
Boys.
I may not know what a haunt is, but I'm always ready for a fight.
And Dr. Pepper.
I was wondering what was going to say. 13. Did you just assume I'd be at the bottom?
Yeah.
It's a valid assumption. It's okay though, my flat foot in my regular PC is the same.
You all saved against her frightful appearance, so you are immune to that. So she is going to straight up just knock it
Okay, right.
Oh yeah. That's
down. Does a 37 hit you?
What?
Even younger.
yes, and flat.
Dealing 20 points of damage even. I will need a fortitude save.
Oh, 23.
23, you're good. Ugh.
DC for
Does a 22 grapple you?
DC for resistance.
Does not.
Does a 33 hit you?
Yes.
Dealing 15 points of damage. Does a 39 hit you?
Yes.
Dealing 21 points of damage. Dr. Tone,
Shit, love.
does a 21 hit you?
Yes.
Barely.
Dealing 9 points of damage. Does a
If it's higher, yes.
25 hit you?
It's higher, yes.
Dealing 6 points of damage. As she appears, you see her reach up with her front legs, slamming Damon into the ground. You see the concrete kind of crater beneath his armored back. She lurches down, biting into his armor as she starts rending into him. Dr. Tone kind of like reaches over to help, and her wings flare out, just kind of smacking you back as she begins ripping into your frontline fighters.
Top of the initiative.
Top of the initiative. Top of the parry.
Was it Airlock Brief here?
You rolled to know what she was, didn't you?
Yeah. I don't.
No, because she's a unique creature. Because even Tyrus has the highest chance of getting that, and he. Because she's a unique creature, it was a +10. So it's DC 20 plus her CR. Find out what she is.
Yeah, I will try it.
Her CR is dumb.
Does she have spell resistance?
Last time your spells didn't seem to have any problems with her.
Okay.
Is all I'll say.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Wait, I'm gonna move about 15 feet in that direction.
Who did we got?
And
You
I
think the
know.
giant spider dragon doesn't have any forks? Oh, why am I looking at that?
Oh, there's all.
Lovely. So now this does, if she breathes in. So I cast suffocation.
Okay.
Oh. It's just a thing you can do, is it?
The spell, well, I mean,
You get to
it's a
cast
high level
suffocation.
spell. Extracts the air from target's lungs, regardless of suffocation. Target can attempt to resist the spell's effect with a fortitude save. It didn't succeed, so if the target fails, immediately begins to suffocate. On the target's next turn, he falls unconscious and is reduced to 0 hit points. One round later, the target drops to -1 hit points and is die. One round after that, the target dies. Each round, the target can relay that round's effective effects from a crane by making a successful fortitude save. The spell effect continues. So each time the target fails his fortitude save, he is restored to suffocation. It is impossible to defeat the effects of the spell by simply if
Okay, passing the 14 stops her from going to the next stage. What is the suffocation function?
well, either their next turn.
and that just is a thing that happens.
It just happens.
Cool.
So,
Worth it. That's the suffocation.
I have no
A lot of time creating.
You just did like 60 points of damage.
I mean, now he's gonna kill Damon.
Damon, you're up.
So the
Blind,
condition-
I'm not knocked down, right?
Mechanically, no.
Swift action, vindictive smite.
You may.
Stagger. Where's the condition? Stagger.
And I'm about to lay a whooping on her.
You may.
37.
37 will strike your opponent.
And 27.
27 will not strike your opponent.
With my weapon, I do 26 points of damage.
You stop. As she's snapping down at you, you take your shield and just ram it between her pedipalps. Wham! She steps back. Standing up, you slice across her face. She roars out, kind of skittering backwards.
She roars out with what air?
I'm not there yet.
I'm teasing.
Tyrus draws his gun. He sees you two, and then he just sees Damon, and he's like, "I wish I could help."
but I can't. I'm so sorry.
That's
There's only so many bullets, you
I
know.
know how
These cost like a
Yes.
It's 50 now.
Stagger roll, you can do nothing but
Alok steps back as you slice across her face. She rears up and goes to bite down at you. Serene steps in front of you and grabs her pedipalps. You see the ground beneath her kind of shift as she grabs Alok.
And she is going to claw. Does she still have
No, and she misses.
Older dragons still have their claw attacks and then item.
And something else. As she goes to bite down, Serene swings up at her. The claw hits the fang, and you see sparks kind of ignite out as she moves away from Alok. They're kind of at a standstill. You see Alok look down at the three of you as that green glow swells up in her chest. She opens her mouth to use her breath attack, and suddenly you see the wind around her begin to spin as she... She reaches up with her front claws grabbing at her chest. She stammers back. She slams into the wall. Her wings kind of flutter a couple of times as she shifts, falling onto her back, and you see her legs hurl.
Yep, to see if she dead or begins to.
So she is unconscious and at 0.
Right.
For the spell.
That's not the first stage. The first stage is
For the spell. For the spell supplication. Start of her turn, she comes to 0 hit points with unconscious.
level 5 spells. That's all. On the target's next one.
Yeah, which is now. Which I theatrically did.
Yes,
This for.
you're good. That was me not-
21.
That still spells? Oh, jeez. Yeah, her fort's not great. She's more of a dexterous thing, despite her size. Because I did make her very fast.
Well, she did treat me like a speed bag, so.
So you see her just kind of like begin to curl up like a spider you just whacked with a newspaper. Only huge. Her wings twitch and flutter. Serene looks down there and looks over at you. Tyrus like steps into the room Excellent, gentlemen. We'll scoop her up onto a newspaper and then put her outside. That's how we're going to solve this. Are we done here? He says.
If no one else, because she still technically has 1 round of range ties, it could be at -1 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
But I would put her out for 3. Yeah, really not.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Since she's going to die.
And like, being she is a sentient creature, even though she actually born.
You knew nothing about her.
Yeah. So I mean,
I told you her backstory, but you knew nothing about
okay.
her.
Yeah, I mean, just from
Because
my
fake spiders technically aren't evil.
my experience in the dream travel is somewhat akin to this. It's also a weird way, and so I would just quickly kind of like close my eyes.
I wouldn't waste any tears on her. I cough up blood.
Yeah, but she was kind of just a victim of her environment.
It was half nightmare dragon.
You didn't ask to be.
She looked more of a victim on the suffocation spell. Serene says as she walks past you.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Serene seems callous.
Thank you for helping me.
She knows.
Oh, thank you.
Perhaps I just take a quick look throughout the room to see if there's anything that could help us.
She looks down at you as you're like scanning the room. You do notice, because it's huge, and I'm not going to make you roll a perception for that, there's a staircase leading down in the center of this open area. The staircase has long since crumbled away, and I said staircase, excuse me, it used to be a staircase, it's now a pit before. Just a big hole, right there. That's a intimidating spell. He says. She kind of tilts her head. I think not interested. Or, excuse me, you're more than what you said. It absorbs faster that way.
I'm an alchemist to make it work.
And toast. So much heal.
Like, the toilet you just had the CO2 cartridges on top of it. I'll show you a video of it.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Speaking of, now would be a good time for a break. We'll be back in just a moment, adventurers. See you. Master Baster.
We're live.
Anyway, welcome back, adventurers. Giant dead
Yep, it's on there.
spider dragon. And now you, gentlemen, you five, are just she was all natural. She made it.
Looking quiet, dark vision. Looking down,
You see a statue, an obsidian statue, of a woman with her hands raised behind her side. Fetishes and trinkets hang off of her body, her robed visage dropping down to the ground, with her
I assume you're not aiming for this.
I mean, no.
Cannonball!
Where would you like to? Like, you can land anywhere adjacent.
As you jump down, you land on the ground, and you look up. You see two creatures in clothes standing, flanking the door. Each creature has a hood that drops over their face, obscuring their features entirely. But you see two glowing orbs like that of a predator. You see two large hands extending out with clawed fingertips as both of them look up at you, wearing black robes, red lines, and the holy symbol of those. They turn.
We get within reaching distance.
It steps up to you.
Unfortunately, you don't belong here.
And it will swipe at you.
Oh, man.
These are not so easily coaxed because these are not regular undead.
I mean, I wouldn't say this is a surprise round, though. Because I'm kind of expecting confrontation here.
Sure.
It's okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's roll for initiative.
Okay. Cool. What'd you roll?
Higher than I did.
Nice. Me too.
Nice.
I don't think AJ, even when I played a Dex build, it didn't really get that high of initiative. But just because I couldn't roll high on initiative ever, I could go 102 miles an hour. I was so aloof I couldn't hear it. I was like, oh, we're fighting now.
It just took time to get up to speed.
It's like in the Looney Tunes, but like, like do the startup in the air before you go.
Okay, sorry. It's fine. Everything's fine, guys. Calm down. Jeez.
Who's not gonna die?
Yeah, why?
Going fishing has always worked out great.
Harry.
28.
Devin.
23.
You stop that.
Which agreed.
No,
17.
you are not last.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh, right. Not a sponsor. Like
Be
that.
Angus? We tried.
We tried.
You're not even second to last.
Oh. Oh no. As long as it's the enemies that watch.
Harry, you're first.
What kind of creature that is?
You may roll. Knowledge religion.
23.
With a 23, you would recognize these as ghasts. They're very specific ghasts. They seem much more powerful than a regular ghast. And the fact that they are adorned in cleric robes makes you think they may have ranks in certain class levels. With that, I will go ahead and just give you this. They are ghast clerics. Ghast clerics are creatures that have been brought back with the ghoul disease, but specifically through an evil deity, which they do serve and have clerical spells. Yes. You may ask 2 questions about ghast clerics.
Spells effective.
Spells, you say? Do spells in general affect them? Yes.
Including mind effect.
That is not your. That's a separate question.
Mind effect. Spells effect.
With that very specific question, no.
They are undead, which means they're immune to mind affecting effects.
So like these are the two questions we had in the description.
You're welcome to roll higher if you want.
Religion, I can't.
Okay. Alrighty then. And it's my turn. I'm gonna take a 5-foot step back. And
That'd be cool.
that would be really cool.
Oh,
Actually,
why?
I've always wanted.
For something just
Use
like
that.
this.
AJ had some.
Oh,
No.
No, he doesn't have step up, but he does have a lot of other neat stuff.
Oh, that's great. I love that. I love that.
So much of that is.
And can my 5-foot step actually be in the other, like the diagonal direction? Yeah. Would that create a line between the two of them?
Mm-mm. If you were here, it would.
Could I have moved there instead?
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
5 foot.
I know. I'm having a with the checker. It's hard for me to see the line.
I got you.
All right, so I am going to do a 60-foot line of fire.
Okay. Do you take any other actions before you cast the spell?
I can cast it.
I was wondering. Roll for that.
You're probably wondering why my players look bored out of their mind. It's because I haven't queued up any battle music.
And because we're going to do mental math. 29?
Cast invincibly?
It's 15 plus double levels of
spell. Which is.
You could cast a 7th level spell.
Sweet, I knew. Good. But it's not 7th level. Let me know.
Alright.
7th level spell. Let me know.
Disintegrate.
Disintegrate. Destroy.
Well,
Destruction.
that's easier math to do than trying
Thank
to.
you.
At 20th level, in Vindictive Bastard, I can use the spell as Disintegrate on a weapon hit.
It is a reflex for half.
Guys, 15 for the first guy, 18 for the second guy.
Destroy my d6s.
My favorite.
6.
When he pulled out his bag of damage.
No,
Oh.
when I was playing Dog, I was like, hey, Dylan, I need some D6s. And he's like, so why?
Okay, that's just
It was more than that.
It looked. Alright, so that is 35 points of fire damage to both of them.
35, you said?
35.
Okay.
You chant in tone. As you do so, you gesticulate, and then your hands drop as your chest, throat, and cheeks glow red. You open your mouth as a gout of fire engulfs him. He turns his head, extending out his hand. You see his cloak begin to burn away and his flesh kind of retreat from his skeletal structure. As he turns and looks at you with a determination, the other one in the back's just like, ow.
They seem wholly unaffected.
Is it 25 feet?
60.
6 feet? Okay, so you do hit both of them?
Yeah.
Oh, no. His flesh retreated from its bone.
Okay.
It hurt.
You can be unholy.
Hey-oh! Because this is the surprise round to everyone except Perry, they're going to go ahead and take their turn.
Ouch.
Oh, yeah.
Did I not see that 5-foot tile?
Which button?
Because I did specifically say I was watching.
Yes. You saw this guy walk up and then Perry breathed fire and this guy tried to hit Perry. Then you're able to attack. You're like watching Perry and you see Perry, and then this guy walks up and swings at him and he breathes fire and that's kind of, and then you're like, ah, and then you can act.
I got you.
That's how that Don't say that.
Well, why not?
Oh gosh, my rolls are abysmal.
Does a 22 hit you? Oh boy. And lower. I will need a will save.
I rolled a 1.
Wonderful.
What is this, a spell?
Yeah.
What kind of spell?
Necromancy.
What level is it?
Oh, I got you. Third.
Can I use my spell parry thing on?
I mean, yeah, that's a thing you have.
I did that.
Okay. You can turn it.
So just
Yeah, you expend those points to send it back to from whence it came. I do think you have to make a spellcraft check though that has to overcome.
that's right.
Yeah.
Overcome the DC as well.
25.
Yes.
Yes, that does overcome.
If you pick a new target, I don't know if it necessarily has to be the same.
I'll take it, send it right back to sender.
I'm just saying, I
Or
don't
to
think
you,
it
and you want me to
has-
hit you with it?
Huh?
No.
I'm sorry, I goofed. That's not a thing that's happening.
Oh,
Yeah, I should have read the thing of the thing.
okay.
My bad. My bad, everybody. Everybody calm down.
I will look into spell turning below.
I'm going to do a different thing. Delicious. Stop that. Okay.
I'm sorry, my bad. So this guy in the corner begins to chant and tone. I will need a reflex save.
Oh. I don't want to roll 3
Yes. So you're going to take half this damage.
What is it?
Kitchen sink.
He chants and tones. He reaches to the sky as a cylinder of fire descends down from
Nowhere.
and crashes around you. He makes sure to hit where it doesn't affect his buddy. And you're in the fire, in the flame.
Couple things about spell turning. You have to touch or affect an area spells. It has to be they are targeting you specifically.
Half of 25. So 13 points of damage. He does that. So in that wholly ineffective turn, it is now back top of the initiative. The rest of the group knows something is going sideways. Perry.
How do you?
I do not. Hold my composure. Do the same thing first.
Why not?
You could even take another 5-foot step
I
back.
will take another 5-foot step back, and I'm gonna do lightning this time. Lightning.
A whole new flavor.
Try this one.
A new flavor of pain.
Reflex save.
They may be better at that. They're not. They're not even close to better at that.
I know what I said. 26.
I'll take half.
Nat 20. Yes. Because that's how we lost.
Yeah.
Woo.
Half of 35. 17.
We roll on 18.
The air around you begins to static. Your hair stands on end as you gesture and point. In doing so, you see the gas tilt its head as from around you, electricity licks up from the ground, shoots across your finger, and in a boom, it hits him in the chest. The other one kind of like turns and you see it just strike the wall as he's like... The first one's like, ow! Wow, I'm glad I could do that for you.
Yeah.
You taking any actions? Damon!
I follow him aghast.
What's your movement speed?
20.
It's a running jump, but you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Roll an act.
I'm remembering where you were above. Yahweh!
Do you need to roll for that?
Yes, an acrobatics.
It's not out of the realm of doability.
Your ability is always good.
I rolled a 1.
And that one.
Yeah.
Fun.
That fuck.
Oh no, what has he unleashed?
I'm coming to...
And
And you... Oh god. As blood spatters out of the font, it hits all around. You see the gas kind of... It is deep enough that you hit the bottom, but it goes over your head. It is thick, and it is warm. As you jump into the sanguine pool, and just kind of take a moment to be like, oh. You still have half your movement speed if you would like to either climb
Yes!
out, okay?
Like scramble out, like, ah.
So you see him crawl out of the blood pool as he just kind of... I'm helping.
Make a beautiful distraction.
I love your nat ones, David. You have no more turns to take. You have a free action. Or a swift action.
No, I don't.
I didn't think so. What happened?
It's just being dumb. He is.
You want to read out? You want me to read out the paragraph you wrote?
Nah.
No.
No, I don't. Nothing but offensive.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
You trying to hide it?
She rolled a nat 20 to jump on the gas.
She's like, no, sweetie. Let me show you how it's
Let
done."
mommy do it for you.
This time it's worse.
That's a great idea. Let me show you this stuff.
That may not confirm the critical hit, though. No, that doesn't confirm the critical hit, but she does hit.
And I am giving her the extra d6 that I was going to give you.
But you don't deserve it.
It's rolling a lot of dice.
Yeah.
If it, because it's against them and not us.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah.
She jumps down from above, slamming into one of the ghasts. It kind of like, you see the ground beneath it chip and stone flies into the air as she blurs the air with the hit and lands behind it. The gas turns and looks at her and is like, a competent ally.
I feel attacked.
You should.
I'm in this picture and I don't like it.
Aghast.
Huh, Dr. Tone.
Okay. Okay.
And the door's ajar.
May I
And
take
the
out
joke
one of my
is
vials
apparent.
and hit Amos in the face with it?
You may.
Okay.
It's just water. Clean yourself.
Rest of the day. You better.
I'm going to do a healing bomb,
Okay.
specifically with my potion of cure light wounds.
A bomb of Gilead.
Sure. Knowing what I know, that positive energy harms the undead. So I'm going to throw the bomb at him with the intent of also healing Zuri.
And you have to choose one or the other.
Well, this is a potion of cure light wounds, as if I cast a spell cure light wounds on the target.
sorry, what are you doing? How are you hitting both of them?
My healing bombs.
Yeah.
The target I hit with the bomb
Has an area effect.
It has an area of effect, but the target I hit is as if I cast the spell Cure Light Wounds on the person. Because
Okay.
I'm using a Cure Light Wounds potion to make the bomb.
Right, but because it's an area of effect.
Because it's
it
an
hits
area
both
of effect, I'm going to heal her for minimum healing.
Does she get reflex? Or does he get reflex?
It's a targeted hit. I'm throwing it at his touch.
Okay.
If he's in the area, it is a reflex.
Yeah. Well, he isn't. Roll!
8.
Wait a minute. Oh, I'm looking at her intelligence.
17 total.
Yes, that will strike him.
Okay. So he will take 3, 6. No. A 12 healing. She gets 6 healing.
Delicious. The bomb slams, it explodes. She just kind of like absorbs it as he hisses, throwing up his arms as the positive energy washes over him. You take another actions.
Can I quickly look around up top? Can I see if there's anything around us?
Sure, roll me a perception check.
I see nothing. With my
Okay.
18.
Wonderful.
We didn't let him see it.
Go. That's a ghast.
Thank you, Tickers.
And now I'm gonna shoot it.
We're just both looking at you from the top of this pit.
That will strike its target. 22 points of damage.
Seeing sleeping beauty or something.
It hits the gas. The gas stumbles as it turns and looks up at Terrace. Terrace is like, these things are tenacious. Reloads. That was the reload pantomime. The gas turn, because they're sick of y'all's crap. That one's going to take a attack of opportunity from her.
Is that a wise decision?
It was not.
It was not a wise decision.
You chose
Oh no!
We have confirmed the crit with a crit.
Ooh.
Oh. She's going to rip him in half.
They call out her anger and vengeance on
Just
someone.
grabs spinal column, he walks away.
Just juggernauts him.
He's not dead.
But he's in
scary
two pieces.
somehow.
Oh my goodness.
So, he looks at her. This is a smart decision. As he goes to run, she reaches over, grabs the side of his face. You see her finger sink into his mouth as she rends, tearing her finger that's in his eye socket in his mouth and across his face, rending most of it off. As he stumbles, blood spattering on the ground, he chants in tones as he walks up to you, and he is going to reach out and touch Faith.
Question.
Yes.
Does she have combat reflexes? Because there would have been two different versions of provoking, unless he's taking it apart from his team.
Even if you took a 5-foot step, you can make it into the target. She has a lot of stuff, but not that.
Because if you provoke by moving and then provoked by casting, it's two different instances. So if you had combat reflexes, both
It's two
trigger.
different ones, yeah.
But he did. She did. She does. She do.
Big if true.
Very true. Much truth.
Does a 30
Yep.
even touch you?
Oh, it even does. Yes, sir.
I need a will save.
I'm gonna return it on.
It's a touch attack.
Does not
Oh, I can't do untouches. Ah, a will save?
Mm-hmm.
Unless
I
this
will.
is a special thing.
Really? 25. Surely I
Is it
will.
pure touch?
Yeah, and no, it's bestow curse.
Oh, I need
It's a saber suck.
His hand turns black with an evil magic. He lays it across your chest as you feel it start to seep into you, and you're like, I know how magic works, and you kind of shut down the faculties, of your mind to keep it from seeping into what is known as parry.
Oh.
I need.
He is in that.
The famous words. Worked up. Must be your shirt.
I don't know. I'm proud of that.
I need everybody to make me a will save that is in the pit. Yes.
You said a reflex save? Reflex,
I know what level players they are now.
That's metagaming.
24.
24.
You know, it's a card count.
You're good. You're going to take half.
24.
24. You're going to take half. Oh, she needs to. Than you two did. Anyway,
So you're taking half of this. 9, 10, 11.
15. Take 7.5 points of damage, nerds.
That's what happened.
So 8.
Yes.
Okay.
She channels. Or he channels.
Okay, they didn't do as much damage as those.
Yeah.
Hit parry.
Do what?
Oh, they just channeled negative energy.
Yeah, channel negative energy. Yes. Producing his holy symbol, holding it aloft, you see a pulse of black energy wash over all of you, but you don't believe.
We're not
He
climbing
has
to
a
bring this fairy back to life.
Azar. Oh, I'm using it backwards.
Hear me now?
I will do one of my supernatural abilities of lightning flash.
Okay.
And I need it to make a reflex save.
Guys, get it together.
You're okay with this.
Reflex, you say?
Yeah.
18?
It's not a lot of damage.
12d6.
No, it's lightning flash. It's not a spell. It's a spell. It's actually only 6 points of electricity damage. And it is dazzled for 2 rounds.
And it does what? Okay, look that up for me real quick, please. While he's doing that, Damon!
Alright, I squelch over to the nearest guy. Actually, that's a 5-foot squelch, so.
I figured.
And I proceed to hit him with the
-1 to attacks and perception.
But why? Where did it go? It's...
Watch us dismantle the table.
Good grief.
My brother in a rating.
No, 28 on the first attack.
Yes!
Okay. And then only 16 on the second.
No.
Only 16.
So I hit him for 12 points of damage.
Delicious. You run up, slicing into this guy. He takes a step back, holding his wound, looking at you like, oh.
But why? That's for having a blood pit for me to fall into.
Serena's going to continue doing what she do. 3 5-foot step. Here comes the boom. Y'all don't really want it now.
She didn't want to flank.
Here comes the...
She doesn't need your stupid flank.
Oh, actually, I've never been to sneaking in.
Usually, yeah. What the Dr. Tones?
You flash. He like shields his eyes. As he starts to blink, he looks at you. He opens his mouth unnaturally wide, with especially the flesh missing. You see all those crooked, jagged teeth. And suddenly you see her reach around, grab his jaw, grab the top part as she rends him into two separate halves.
I'm glad you're on our side.
That was a bit aggressive.
Maybe happier Perry didn't pick a fight with her.
Still cool. Hey, thank you.
Aggressive but cool.
You see how much damage she did with that first punch? Dr. Tone.
Is Damon still hurt? Yes, is Damon.
Use a few more.
Round two.
Yeah.
Reach out and touch gas.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Roll one, he's gonna catch it.
How about an 18?
Yeah.
I do as much damage to him as I heal him, which is 6.
Okay.
I'm gonna come.
Put me into triple digits. I'm good.
Woo!
You just took me out of triple digits.
Triple digits.
Yeah, I look at Darius and I was like, needed them.
Triple digits. What's that like?
Cool. He studies.
Tell the other Goku.
I
That's
would
how
have
you
asked, does he
Kamehameha
need
them.
a way to get down?
I don't want down there.
Well,
I have a gun.
can't
For
I
a reason.
land between Serene and Perry? That is my turn.
What's up, guys?
The
You dive over the rail. Your wings expand. You hear the tattered leather. As you land,
I hate feathers now, thank you.
tattered feathers.
tattered feathers. Oh, that may not have
Tattered
hurt.
feathers.
That hits.
It's one. Oh, he's rolling for taters. Okay. Like, what are you rolling for right now? Is that hitting me?
You see the gas stumble forward as Taylor's just kind of.
Good thing nobody saw that.
I saw that.
Yeah. He reloads with his move action. He says, I can do that another number of times, but if we could wrap this up, that'd be great. The Ghast's turn. Alright, he has a target-friendly environment.
As long as the target is easy.
Does a 21 hit you?
No.
Does less hit you?
No.
That's not fun. That's not fun at all. Perry.
I'll investigate the room.
You may.
I'll walk up to the statue and receive it for any traps or devices or things. Remember.
32. It is a mundane statue. You take on actions. Okay. Damon.
It's like Popeye rolling his R's.
Da 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 da.
26.
Yes.
Attack. And that one on the second one. I'm not having a good
You're
night.
on the struggle bus, my guy.
15 points damage.
Delicious. Oh gosh. Okay.
It was the face.
It's the only face he has.
He has shown plenty.
The ghast extends his claws. He slices into you 3 separate times. You all just see you just see Damon standing there as sparks are flying off of his black butterfly armor. You take a step forward, you thrust into the ghast. You go to hit with your shield, and the ghast knocks it down, but doesn't hit you with that attack of opportunity. Do you take other actions?
Sure.
Yahweh.
That's cute, Damon. It's done.
Serene runs up to the creature, and you just see her throw a haymaking punch into it. Its head snaps as black, not mechanically, blood spatters across the ground. Tone.
Yes, not recording. Does Serene still look hurt?
She looks like she's under some kind of effect, but she is not wounded.
Key important detail. I have 5 summons.
As if she's missing ability.
Yes. Oh.
As if I didn't give you a whole ass of drag. But you could. I mean, I still may.
Come on, let's go, let's go.
I'm going to draw a wand and walk over to her, but not doing anything yet.
Okay.
Are we all the way back to Taylor's? I mean, these points got to get used some. Whoa.
It's how he studies it to deal his extra damage.
So you have to study it each time. Once it's study, it should remain the same.
That same creature?
Yeah, same creature.
Yes. I know. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
No, he's a different thing, so this thing may be different. He is, but he's a different type of investigator. He's a mastermind.
Let him make the decisions then.
So what word did we hit the wall and
Hey, Deus. I mean, Taylor's. The train keeps on the train.
Oh, right you are, my friend. I apologize.
I have things to learn. Oh, that won't hit. This ammunition's expensive, guys. All that for that. Oh, this is a target-rich environment, isn't it? Another.
It's one of the best things Sarah's ever got me.
It is pretty dope.
First time.
I made 13 survival potions.
You know us too well.
Well, no, it's how so my healing bombs require me to use a channel along with that. So those are my healing bomb.
Got it.
She's going to provoke, or he's going to provoke.
From the party.
Multiple?
Oh, Serene doesn't hit him.
Yes, critical 34.
34 will strike. Roll to
Crit
confirm.
range. 21.
21 will confirm.
Groovy. I do 34 points of damage.
Gross.
I was about to say, paladin criticals don't always.
I did max damage. Max damage.
You stop that.
The ghast goes, I have an idea. And just kind of like drops to the ground. As Damon just clotheslines him with a sword, he looks up at Serene. Serene looks at you and is just kind of like,
That was a good idea.
Am I still covered in blood?
yeah.
He'll check on Serene to see what ability scores have been damaged.
Okay, roll that then.
And would I know that my wand of... Never mind, I rolled in that one. She's perfectly healthy all ways possible.
Fine, man.
I'm just going to put this wand away. She's
God, never have I seen a more robust dragon.
Lesser restoration.
We just say about her
ability
bust.
damage.
Temporary.
All
There's
temporary.
rows of them.
And the damage in one score.
What is this place?
And restores all points permanently drained from a single ability score. Anyways,
I mess with
It's
we check
blood.
the door first to see where that goes. Mr. Rogue, not Rogue.
What is a rogue?
I don't know.
You know the definition.
I am
rogue.
roguishly handsome.
Do your tricks for
I checked the door.
Did you know ferret is Latin for little feet?
Yes.
That is so appropriate.
I don't see how that's relevant.
Geez, sorry. Get back in my bag.
You only come out when I don't know what
That's
to do.
not relevant. Get in the blood pool.
What's down
Damon.
He's still there.
You check the door?
for traps?
It is not.
No.
It's definitely trapped. They're not. Oh, you don't. Oh, it's an 18.
Don't even try.
Rolled an 18 or an 18 total?
18.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
My bonus is alone to sense motive. I got you.
Yeah.
So the moment he says that, I'm like, cool. I go to open the door.
Guys, it's scary up here.
You're welcome to come down.
You said you could come down.
I said I didn't want to come down.
Bonus dragon. The new flavor dragon. Scale sauce energy drinks.
What's that thing?
Terrace's high.
Cool.
Uh,
He needs to be in charge of our merch.
I'm looking to.
And we need to get him some merch. Do it.
I'm looking to.
We need merch.
I have guesses.
You are a guest in this guest house.
I'll have you know.
Oh, you know.
no.
Looking into the room beyond, you are struck with a sharp, biting smell of what smells like ammonia, acetone, formaldehyde, and a mixture of very potent herbs. You look about and you see potions lining the wall, and in the center of a room is a cauldron hooked up to an alchemical device. The cauldron is fixed in place, and you see copper worms spilling up to either side with an array of colorful vials and potions with levers sitting next to them in this strange mechanism.
We are never
I-
able to get out of there.
With what the
I feel like Dr. Chuck would just like in the cartoon, levitate slightly up and just floating as a smoke figure.
He's never
He would-
leaving.
Without hesitation, through temptation, just go in and start looking. Never touch it. Just
Mhm.
start looking and trying to figure out what this device does.
You may. You said you want to check the phone? Okay. Roll me a knowledge or arcana.
35.
Oh boy. You discover
that this pool is meant to cast Bane on a weapon. The way that it works is if you place, drop, pour blood into the pool will begin to glow. The next item placed within the pool, it will take on the Bane quality of whatever creature you put the blood of into the pool.
I'll be right back. And I go fly back up, grab some nightmare, dragon blood from the corpse. Like, this kind of gross, but let it down.
What the hell are you doing?
Cool.
Having organ?
Anyway, you see. Did you say organ or accordion? You see, which is an organ. You see the pool pulse to life as it begins to emit this magical world.
Hey, Dave, you trust me? It's your choice. You should trust a child. That's a weird thing to do.
The sword begins to glow. Hey, Max is playing Dead by Daylight.
What happened to Helldivers, bro?
The sword glows and you see it seep in the blood. Completely clean once you draw it out. Your sword is now Bane to any extraplanar creature.
Oh, that is a lot of things.
It's a one-time use.
No, it has the Bane quality.
No, the cool.
No,
I do it again.
you may.
Dagger. Just a one. Oh.
I'm gonna be that kind.
+2, right?
Oh, for Bane?
Yeah.
Ooh, I think it does DC.
No, there's no damage.
Oh, you may be right. Yeah, 2d6 points of extra damage.
Okay. Against the regular foe, the weapon's enhancement bonus is +2 better than its actual bonus.
Yeah.
So you get +2 to hit,
To hit and
and then
2d6
2d6 damage. Oh, that's +2 to hit and damage plus 2d6. So you just really mess up some extra point of
So
creatures.
that would only work with winded or like melee weapons. That wouldn't work like on a bow.
15 arrows.
Would that be the bow or the arrow?
Anytime enhancement bonuses are placed on ranged things, it's usually the projectile.
At a certain like a target, if those bane of those, well, those are already.
Those are already
bane.
If you really want to use my chain whip, you can, but I'm probably not going to be using it. Can you put it on this?
You do have to put more blood into it each
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Okay.
That's a fully done build. Also, A-Lock?
That's where you got the blood. Is it the dragon or the... Was the dragon? Yeah. It's not a dragon. It's extraplanar. Oh, yeah.
Wait, I might be dumb. Hang on, I might be dumb. Nope, I'm dumb.
It's dragon, right?
It's dragon. Yeah. There are now dragon bane.
Yeah.
I'm not dumb. You're dumb. Shut up.
But you can't have it at multiple veins per weapon.
Correct.
So give the other dagger.
The other dagger,
extra
A-lock
planar.
blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do that?
She is a.
That would be magical beasts.
Which is still a long list.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll just keep that one.
Now he's playing Helldivers.
Yeah, that's right, buddy.
With a... Can I take a 10 in this work, or is there just so much going on?
Let's wrap up
Okay,
this
okay.
before we move on. I know you're excited. I know you're like a kid at Christmas.
Yeah.
But people like to explore in these. I want to see what these two do if they're done.
I'm just recording those into my inventory.
Yep.
Do you take any other disgusting actions?
Maybe. I might take some blood. I don't know. What happens if I drink the blood? Now, David, I know you trust me with your sword. That's disgusting.
Can anybody clean me off?
Nope.
No.
I can create one room down of you.
What did you create?
Would this pool, by any chance, have an effect on armor? Okay.
I'll just give you that.
Okay. I'm going to save us 35 minutes of searching. Desperately searching for something.
Is there anything else in this room? Nope.
Good chambers. Yes.
What's your subtype?
Oh, I'm an extraplanar creature.
You're not an outsider?
Well, I'm a native outsider.
May I?
Why?
Because so are hags.
Oh,
I mean, you know your djinn,
Yeah.
so if you know what a djinn is,
that is an outside.
yeah.
He's also a native outsider.
Yes, I apologize. I should have asked the child if
I'm
I may
already
cut
cutting
him.
my I'm already cutting my hand and dropping blood into it.
You're a gentleman and a scholar. He pulls out 10 rounds of ammunition. He dips the lead balls. You see it.
Yeah, I'll do the same with
I enjoy very few things in life, but this I do.
10 arrows.
Did we search the corpses of the ghasts? I searched the corpses of the ghasts.
You may.
And plus 3 bastards were what?
Woohoo!
Why wasn't he using this? That's why we're not being able to play and get a really cool thing from a guy. I mean, use that really good thing enhanced them so that you know what it feels like.
Each one of them have an amulet of natural armor plus 1. Each one of them have a cloak of resistance.
That's one.
That's 1. And each one of them have a mithril breastplate.
Ooh.
And that's where it ends. They had better stuff, but they were also CRs 13. And I thought that was a bit much, so I reeled it in.
I'm real weird one of those. Barry, I think you might be able to use this. Amulet. Alright, this one.
Yes. And the other one. Does anybody not need theirs?
Right? Like the cloak of resistance.
We're gonna give you a cloak of resistance plus 1. Do you need a cloak of resistance?
Sure. Also,
What did the black butterfly chestplate?
I don't think he.
It gives you an armor bonus. Because armor does that.
It's plus 9, but that's the normal full plate armor. Yeah, it's full plate. It's not good.
What's the first one?
Plus 6.
Is that maybe different? I changed it.
Do you do anything else?
Does anybody want the armor? Mithril is very late.
I mean, I'll get all of it.
Doesn't really impede magic casting.
It already is. It's not as good as what I have.
Okay.
So you took,
I took
Cloak?
one of the cloak of resistances.
and you took,
I have one of the mat armor.
Do you have a cloak?
I have my hero, my cape of heroes charged.
Okay.
You want the cloak resist?
I'm gonna pack whatever.
Yeah, I give him the cloak resist, you the cloak resist, him the gnat armor. And since you have the bag of holding, here's the 2 nuclear breastplates to hang on to.
Breastplates or shirts?
Breastplates.
So you may actually want to look into it. Because Mithril makes it to where the armor check values reduced by 10.
Also, the emblem of a ghost in the room.
Why not?
Oh, they also have holy symbols for 50 pieces. Because there was one. Yeah, I caught myself.
There is something special at the one on the altar. Spellcraft or anything like that.
It's just a holy symbol that you guys possibly have stolen without fighting these guys.
Right. By Hollow.
I feel like we've done this thing
Backwards.
in the complete wrong way.
Because you were like, I'm going to pick these locks instead of using the thing, and we're going into the basement.
I roll a 40. What? Oh, okay.
I was like, I really want to like smudge this.
So hey, there's a music box here. It plays 4 very specific notes. Huh. Hey, like, how would I like address the nameless one? Oh, well, this exact way.
Serene bites into her hand. She pours the blood into the pool. She reaches down, cups it, and drinks it. You see her claws begin to glow and her teeth glow. I passed my Arcana check. That answers that question.
So you infuse natural or natural.
I wrote that down.
That's
That is no.
So now she touches herself with her own claw. Does it like immediately like
Ah! Bane!
That's a lot of damage.
accidentally
I
bites
bit
her?
my thumb.
Oh no.
It hurts so bad. It turned into really human. What do y'all do?
I want to hear
I'm
you.
in the alchemist room.
Right.
Right.
Do you do anything else in this room?
No.
Okay.
I feel like we should disable that fault though.
I just did 16 points of damage to my team.
Karis is like, oh, by the way, I'm down here now. So you go into the potions lab.
Yes.
Stepping into the potions lab, you kind of begin to examine things, and you see above each one of the colored potions, which are red, blue, green, and black. Yeah. You see that above it is a label chiseled into the wooden frame. It is written in Aquo.
Interesting.
You read that?
Do that.
I've read it since birth.
It says, greed leads to catastrophe.
I say this now. Greed leads to
Well, looks good on a fortune cookie, but what does it mean?
And below that, you see that there is a plaque that is nailed to the wooden frame, the pillar supporting the ceiling. This plaque has carvings on it, each one of them as if a recipe written in Aquo.
So imagine I was an Aqua reading alchemist who can read formula like it was nothing.
But it isn't a formula, or rather, it's not as simple as just a formula.
Not a formula like a spell.
Each one of them seems to be written in some kind of vague riddle. And they read thusly: water the earth to create life, water to fire to prevent damage, fire to shadow to chase away the dark, fire to water to create smoke, earth to water to create mud, earth to shadow to bring the night,
Shadow to earth, to cast the world in darkness. Shadow to fire, to snuff out the light. And then on the bottom, you see there is a tale, like a story.
Okay. That's
Or
like,
the-
what kind of
This is the lights.
Yes. A T-A-L-E. A man with a wounded eye lost his way, and unable to find help, he collapsed. His blood mingled with the grass beneath him. Unseeing and unseen, his memory was washed away like tears in rain.
I know there's a lot to unpack.
There's so much.
I can give you hints to some of these if you'd like.
My guess is I would have to, and this is what my first thought is, the tale is going to have certain elements about it that I have to recreate alchemy.
You can roll an intelligence check if you like,
Only 5.
which equates to
No, total.
total. No, nope. Yeah.
Yes.
And also, I've learned some math, so you can see if anything comes up.
With a 20, you can decipher that each one of the combinations of like water to earth, fire to shadow, that are coordinated with the colors of the potions used.
Yes.
The riddle seems to be something else. It is a hint coordinating with those colors, but beyond that, you're not entirely certain what it means. Because the other ones are only 2 color combinations. That is something completely different.
What was the riddle?
A man with a wounded eye lost his way. Unable to find help, he collapsed. His blood mingled with the grass beneath him. Unseeing and unseen, his memory was washed away like tears in rain.
I'm sorry, what were the elements again? It's
Water, earth, fire, and shadow.
And they correlate with red and green black.
Blood with grass.
Water and earth to blood. Well, is there? I'm sorry. Can you read the combination for that?
Water to earth, water to fire, fire to shadow, fire to water, earth to shadow, shadow to earth, and shadow to fire.
And each one of them says it creates something.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Water to earth creates life, water to fire prevents damage, fire to shadow to chase away the dark, fire to water to create smoke, earth to water to create mud, earth to shadow to bring the night, shadow to earth to cast the world in darkness, and shadow to fire to snuff out the light.
Those last 3. We need to create. If you can, make sure that I'm trying to get it both in my head. I need to create life, bring life to earth. That's the blood going to the earth. Life, so create life, bring life to earth. Earth to shadow, because I need to cast it into shadow and stuff out. I need those 3 combinations on the list.
Are you trying to relate it to the riddle?
Yes.
He decided that those are separate. Yeah, they have nothing to do with each other. One is a combination that probably feeds into something, and the last one has nothing to do with it.
The riddle has nothing to do with it.
Not with the combinations, no. It does have to do something with the alchemical potions machine.
And so that more do I know.
If you are to pull a lever, it will dip the potion. It will suck the potions through a fusion into the cauldron, which is kind of a magical receptacle. Once that potion is into there, the mixtures will create something new.
So I think you have to create the individual potions using the order. Is another problem.
Are there empty vials at the top of the
You can roll an intelligence check for a hint if you like. 18. And what was your question?
So my thinking is create components of the riddle in a two-step process.
No. No, the what's needed for the riddle is already there.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
just
because
mix,
because the combinations have
so you
nothing
just
to
like,
do with the
when
riddle.
there's three things, there are four things.
Red, blue, green, black.
But in the machine, there are how many spots?
4.
Okay.
Yeah, and you pull a lever and it sucks it into the cauldron, and then it will create something. And then there's also the warning: greed leads to catastrophe.
I don't know. Why don't you try like
I don't know.
try like red, green, blue. Keep black out.
If the riddle is the hint, we need one. Because we need darkness to step
Unless
up the
greed
light.
leads to catastrophe, so you put 4 items in it, it's gonna blow up.
Yes. Oh, that's my thought there. It's earth. What makes life? Water to earth brings life.
The water to earth to create life, but that has nothing to do with the riddle.
So we'll have
The combinations have nothing to do with the riddle.
left the grass, I'll tell something about rain, tears, wash away.
It's like this machine does one of two things. It either creates potions with combinations, or something happens with the riddle. Like it's almost as if you try to do both. Greed leads to catastrophe. That's your hint. That's all you get.
You do you. I'll be here to support your decision. Far away from the other room.
I'll be behind this door supporting your decision.
Yeah, there's lead line shield.
Oh, that is relevant. Without metagaming, where are you all?
I mean, I'm adjacent to him.
Do you have the room brought up, or
No, sorry.
this game?
It's a 15 by 15.
I'd be.
I
Standing,
mean, I could.
I'd be
Is there any
standing by
doors
the
leading
door.
out of this room?
Yes, there is one door leading out. Sorry.
Can we check the door first?
Sure.
Just, I want to see where it goes.
A spooky hallway.
Is it one I recognize?
Oh yeah.
One with my teeth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is weird because you went down and now you're back into there.
So this is the other door now.
Mm-hmm.
Riddle.
I'll riddle you all day.
I want you to do the riddle solution and not the mixing solution.
A man with a wounded eye lost his way. Unable to find help, he collapsed. His blood mingled with the grass beneath him. Unseeing and unseen, his memory was washed away like tears.
Something invisible in here?
The labels on the vials aren't fire, water. The vials
They
just
are only colors.
colored. Ew.
Sorry. That'd be an interesting character flaw.
Rolling, it's easier. I found a ruby. That's an emerald. I'm
Right.
colorblind. That is my favorite Adventure Time joke ever.
So,
He's a dog.
I'm trying to re-remember this one.
The dog's actually Finn's the one that's
Man
coming.
is blind.
So is darkness
Jake
first,
doesn't
or is
matter.
darkness after he goes unconscious?
No. If it's
Yeah,
it's
he also
when it's
talks and is magical.
You can do
I'm
black,
good.
then red, then green, then blue.
Right now, Delaney's family has surprised us by banging on the side of the shed. It confuses the lot of us, so we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back in a few short minutes.
Delaney's kids.
We're confused. More so than usual. So you pull the levers.
I'm talking it out.
Okay.
I don't rush into things. So I think it's black because he cannot see.
He can, he's only got one eye. You can see it one eye. I'm watching you now.
Hey, where do you think black goes?
After he goes unconscious. After the...
So you think it's
I think
red,
it's red, green, black, blue. But, you do you.
I do that combination.
I will
Red,
aid you if you want to do a roll. That's where this is your thing. Let you
And I
know.
do a roll to just be like, I think that's the correct order. Okay. Red, green, black.
Okay.
Oh.
How much damage did you take?
After I pull the red one, I quickly see, is there a way for the cauldron to drain?
No.
Okay. Then I do that combination. I swear. It was black, red, green.
It's your
I
call,
will
buddy.
come at you.
It's your call. I told you. This is your thing.
Yeah, that's the most combat move ever. I think it should be this, but it's your call. It's whatever.
No,
man.
I'm genuine. Like, I don't know. I know as much as you do at this point. That's just where my brain goes. And our brains are different. Just slightly.
Hey, you're the alchemist.
It's alchemy. It's your thing.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't said roll an alchemy roll yet.
No.
The last time I played Potion Relay, he was like, no, you can't do that.
Sorry, I should have had this pulled up the entire time that was happening.
I'm really hoping it's in the item pages and not in the monster names.
You made a monster man.
Alchemical monsters.
Graveyards.
So, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, boop. You pull the four levers in that order. You see them click, and you see the vials tip, and you have a very strong feeling that that was going to happen no matter like what order you
What
pulled
order,
them.
yeah.
Yes, what is happening now would happen if you would have pulled anything in any order. However, you hear the machine shift and a mechanical click. All four potions tip, spin, and pour completely into the cauldron, emptying all the vials. You hear the machine begin to shake. You hear this boiling noise, and you see this like kind of blast shield like shift and drop over it in its entirety. And you hear this, and the blast shield just kind of and hits the ground. The mechanics of it, the copper wiring, and all of the glass is completely destroyed. But in its place, you do see the cauldron is now free. It's a 3-pound cauldron. It's about this big. It's not very large. But it is free, and it is sitting there on its own. And above it, you see that there is a mechanism, a box of some kind, with a slot for a potions vial, a copper worm that leads into a slot for 2 potion vials.
Is this the potion machine?
Maybe. Would you like to roll spellcraft on what this is?
Craft alchemy?
I'll allow it. Nice.
Thanks.
Is that a 1?
No, it's a nat 20.
Oh, nat 20? Okay, wonderful.
44?
Gross. So you look at it, and I imagine you're like, oh boy. The cauldron is a cauldron of empowerment. Any potion brewed inside the cauldron, which is a number of potions can be brewed in the cauldron equaling to half the alchemist's level a day. Any potions brewed in the cauldron, you get a +5 competence bonus in brewing that potion, and any potion brewed in that is given the empowered spell, meta magic spell,
Okay.
which increases that potion's by 50%.
So now, I'm going to ask you before we realize how broken this might be, because my cleric healing domain ability says do the math for the potion and then add 50%. So am I now doing 50 times 50, or am I doing 100% of the original roll?
It would be, so like if it was 50 and your thing gives it +50%?
It says like you do the math and then you add 50%.
Okay. Then if the math is 50 and you add 50%, it'd be 75. This thing, that's how that works. Yeah.
Which is still dope.
Right.
Because I always make my potions while I'm under that effects of the environment from my cleric. But my healing bombs are going to be which means.
Another foe rizzle.
But wait, there's more. The item that you found
Is a vial of duplication. You can use this a number of times equal to half your alchemist level. You can take a potion that has been brewed or crafted, placed inside of this, and it will give you 2 instead. It will draw from the 1 and it will duplicate it.
What's the name of the cauldron?
A cauldron of empowerment.
So you can empower your potions and then duplicate them.
Yeah.
You get much more effective there, Bert.
You are an effective
So
healer now.
I just take open my bag of holding, close it, and I'm just like, we can leave now.
So can I just tell you what some of the other ones were? I'll tell you later.
I would like to know the list because
Yeah.
I feel like I got the better end of the deal, but
The combination itself is pretty good.
I would like to also know what would happen if we did the wrong combination.
I got you. Anyway, what do you do?
I guess we go back.
Well, we can just go through this door
Yeah.
because we know it leads.
Back to the haunted hallway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you go first.
Thanks for the chocolate first. I go first.
Are you a child? I doubt at this point.
I mean,
Or do we let the ring go first?
God.
Where it's a strong will.
I don't think the ghosts care how stealthy you are.
Oh yeah, the ghosts.
So you sneak out into the
I
hallway.
do.
I need a will save.
Dang it, I forgot. Oh, not good. I'm probably depressed.
It's okay.
Cool. Crippling despair. For the next 4 minutes, you take -2 on everything.
You good there, buddy?
You've never been depressed in your life.
Oh, he has a laundry list of things to be sad about.
I just hide it with humor.
Oh, Tyra says.
Yeah.
Did he know? Did he know that's where that went? He acted like he could sneak past it.
Is it Still
I
stick my head in the wall.
legitimately, I just take Harry.
Once it's gone off.
Kind of like in the crux of my shoulder, and I'm like, "Come on, Harry," and I just force you through.
His feet are just dragged.
Yeah, literally, I'm just like levitating
His spirit's hanging out of the
here. Poor Robbie.
bag. All sad. All sad and limp.
We're just having a telepathic therapy session between each other. I thought I was going to see my mom, and now I don't think she's going to come back ever again. My dad's dead forever.
This is all told.
I think I'm starting to get acne.
Gross.
Hair
So
Ugh.
you do that for 4 minutes.
It's probably healthy at this point, so modeling enough. So.
just like
So where do we go? Do we go back down?
Downstairs is the only place you haven't been.
Yeah. So I guess we're gonna.
Well,
try.
we go attempt to get that lead in the hallway.
Yes. You do.
Okay.
Oh. This is not
It
locked.
was so easy.
Wasn't locked from the outside.
No,
Oh.
there's no axe propping it. Keeping it locked. If that's what you're asking. Yeah. I assume that's what his text said. Because it said, just so know, I axe take, go through, find thing, do other stuff. Blah, 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 blah.
Is that right, Shane? Is that right? What's happening?
So yes, you go out the door.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Is it trap?
Oh, we need to go in like the box.
Life is true.
So, do you want to role play through that, or do you want me to just get you to where you haven't been yet? After
I
box.
want to open the box.
After
real
box.
quick.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
It's just the other side of the
the
box.
box, you opened it, and I
I don't have a quicker.
I mean, neither. Just chicken scratch. I make that doesn't go.
He makes that.
That's true. We all make it up as we go. Where do we go now? Where do we go
What's in the box?
Witch killer. Kills one witch.
Sorry.
Oh,
Instantly
they
name
get
a
you the
witch.
they get you the context. Only usable in the dream plane room at nightmare room.
Oh, okay.
Dang it. It's not valid in these doors.
Not valid in California.
Cool. You head into the room. You committed that to memory. You've already made the roll for it. Bing, 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 bong.
Bing bong.
The box unlocks.
There inside, you see a chunk of petrified bone dangling from the silver jar.
Oh.
Because I said so.
You know, you're right.
You can make a spellcraft check to kind of guess what this might be.
23?
No.
I was surprised I rolled that well.
Leave it to me.
My back hurts.
I don't really have.
34.
This is a bloodied amulet of undead.
This chunk of petrified bone dangles from a silver chain. The wearer gains cold resistance 5 and damage reduction 5 against everything except non-lethal damage. 3 times per day, the wearer can make a melee touch attack to cause a creature to become shaken for 4 rounds. Touching a creature that is already shaken causes it to become frightened for 1 round. If it has fewer than 8 hit dice.
Resist and damage resist.
It also gives the wearer the spells Chill Touch and Resist Energy.
You might want to replace your.
My amulet risk of the DR10 cold fire and electric, so
Yeah, that,
I'm not removing that.
Are you sure you don't want this undead amulet upon your there?
I mean, I would take it. But
You know, I once knew a daemon that worshipped this
Could he-
or worshipped a raid.
would he be able to
actually,
cast the
no.
spells
No, you didn't.
on them? Or does it have to be... Does it, like, give you a casting of the spell, or you just know the spell?
Keep in mind, I can't cast spells.
You can't spell spells. You can smell spells.
You can if you magic item basically. It becomes a spell at the bit label.
That's what I was thinking.
So, like,
spells per day.
usually magic items like that just gives you the ability to. And cold touch, I think, is a yeah. That's okay.
No, you cast it with the item.
Like once per
You
day.
you do need to be able to use magical items.
So like just once per day? Or
Yes.
The amulet of
Bloody undead.
I mean, I'll take the damage resistance for sure. Like that's gonna be more beneficial to me than anything like that. I don't have triple digits. Little digits. So I don it, yeah, this disgusting thing. I disguise it to look something else. Okay, I guess that's what
I brought you this magical thing.
You're gonna wear it?
yeah.
So it's like half of a friendship.
So you can sell that. Unless you want to give it to Ragenar.
Yeah, I think he's fine.
I don't want to make it more
Yes, with his
difficult to,
12 AC.
It also says DR doesn't stack.
Oh.
He read the text to us, Shane. We know exactly how you sounded.
Oh, is he saying he didn't say that?
Yes, I did take the axe. No, I did not speak that way.
Oh, okay. You brought this upon yourself. Yes. Just so you are aware, I'm going to take my axe is the door and go the other each to find a way to get it out there, be it to talking to Alok or finding the tier. No punctuation.
The worst part is,
You still understand it a little bit.
We know what he said. To everybody else watching, no, your computer did not just stutter.
so anyway,
Anywho,
Oh man.
you move through raw bones.
Them bones.
Raw bones.
we exhaust always towards the
Yes, the only way you have left to go.
Is across the polymorph room.
and there's no way to skirt around the polymorph sigil.
It's only if you step inside the sigil.
So we can just walk around.
Oh wait, no, never mind. There's no way around it.
Is it touch? Like give it a step to the room, or is it just entering the door?
Entering the aura. Yes.
And I take the copper piece and throw it into the center of the circle.
What? How far away is the other side of the room? Is there a door on the other side?
Yes.
The room itself is 20 feet wide.
Is the door open?
Yes, you can open the door. No, the other door is not open.
Can I open
It's also not locked. Yes, you may. Opening the other door, as it opens, you see a garden beyond. You see glass walls rising up to a domed glass ceiling. Sunlight pouring through and illuminating all types of flora inside this room. It is vibrant green with life and several different colors of flowering plants.
This is a nice change of pace.
I have a crazy idea that I could probably get through.
Mm-hmm.
There seem a way to disable this from any mechanism or anything?
The spell.
You can disable device, yes, that is the thing.
But I have to step into the room and disable it.
Yes and no. You can disable it from the door without completely dedicating yourself to it. However, if you do fail, it will set off the trap and you will be touching it.
Can I disable it with my mage hand? Yeah, that's +5. With 5.
With Mage Hand, from a distance, you can disable device with Mage Hand from a distance. And yes.
It's part of my thing there, buddy.
Here's another road for you.
Ranged ledger domain. Use disable device and sleight of hand at a range of 30 feet.
Okay. I did write down what it takes to disable it.
I'm gonna attempt it from.
And you
far
say it
away.
gives you +5?
It increases the DC by 5.
Oh, okay. Then you just tell me what you have. I have the DC.
Yeah.
Okay. I have what the DC is plus 5.
Are you gonna help me? Are you gonna aid me?
Oh, I'm gonna help you.
Are you gonna aid
Wait,
me?
I can do a thing. I can do a thing. Tayrus can do a thing. Excuse me.
Ah, Tyrus.
Yes, I think he can bestow mad bonuses because he's a master. He can't do it very often, but he can
Same
do it.
bonuses are even better.
No, they're not.
You're right.
I can give you a +1.
Okay. You're gonna bless me.
Nope. Polypurpose panacea. I choose the fact that it does one of the several things.
Okay, I'll take a +1 at this moment.
This creates one of several cantrip level effects relating to your health, well-being, and entertainment. The panacea has no side effects. For example, the intoxication panacea does not cause a hangover. When you use polypurpose panacea, choose one of the following effects. One of them is clarity. You get a +1 confidence bonus in a single attack roll, saving throw, or skill check within 1 minute.
Skill check is a spell check.
So I can give, I choose it when I create it, so I can be like, disable the rest.
Not one resistance.
And that +1 from that is better than the plus holy nothing I would give you.
I aid.
Does he not have the thing? Or?
No.
Oh my god.
How do you tell a good D&D commercial from a bad one? Bad ones are dry ads.
So boom bonus of +3.
No, it's not me.
Okay.
Roll 17. 20. That'd be a 44, 45, 46.
The music. Sorry.
Want to be if I needed one more.
So you just kind of like sit cross-legged. You hold out your hands using the force. You see the thieves' tools rise up, entering into the room. You see they begin to etch and pirouette with expertise as they deftly dance across the sigil. They shift the runes and the carvings, and then you feel this, and the magic disappears.
Bravo.
He's not a rogue, everyone. He's
Go ahead.
not a rogue.
I'm out of it. It's stuck.
I won't force
You turn to a... No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
Haha, my plan
That's my
worked.
bluff check. Thanks, Dad. No, I actually said like dinner.
how to pick it?
Pick.
Pick. The name of my next goblin character.
He carries a pick.
Yes, I am pick.
I'm pick.
Here's my pick.
Here's my pick. Pick.
I'm Pick. This is my Pick.
Any
Please
pick.
don't play it normal.
Any pick.
Why?
I cannot stand that voice for the entire campaign.
He'll have an next idea for a character. The next.
I will
It's gonna be
purposely
Friday.
just murder you. That character will go to jail. We'll just both make new characters.
Why you hate Pick?
I may die in the process.
In person.
I will straight-
In person. Not in character.
Have I ever done a voice for a character that y'all couldn't stand?
No. Honestly. There's some that have been like annoying, but it's been like
Purposely
Purposely
There's,
annoying?
like, yeah. It's fair. I can't think of it.
You stop that. You do not try. I'm sorry.
Didn't we get away this way?
Is it sorted by guard or sorted by? Well, it's the guard and dead, obviously, because everything in there's going to be poisonous. I think that's why I have poison resistance.
It's like that Harry Harrison book, Death World.
I don't have the ones that allow me to apply poisons as a swift action, because that's
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble finding it.
Is that good?
Spent hours on this map. You can't find it.
I mean,
Probably. There's probably a lot of like, little bits and pieces. Do you need a better naming violence system?
I think so. Because this happens like more often than it should.
So with them all by W.
Oh,
Was it?
I forgot I named it that.
Giant garden room.
What? What did you name
I
it?
named it Feed Me Some More.
Why though?
Because of this guy.
Yeah. His humor got the best one this time.
Which door do we come in at?
The one that doesn't have the giant black
Thank
in front of it.
you.
This is where you thought we wouldn't get to tonight.
Yes.
I spoiled you. Birds bring
I am baffled that you were so mad about your naming scheme, only to find out you named the map Feed Me Seymour.
Well, guess what the name?
I
of
was like, I'll always remember that.
Guess what the name of this episode is? Feed me.
It wasn't though. I like that it wasn't people.
No, I said it's not mobile home.
Oh. Yeah.
Stepping into the room. The first thing that you notice is when you look outside the glass walls or up into the glass ceiling, you don't see any land markings. You don't see any mountains or trees or anything like that. It is only sunlight. Warm, inviting sunlight that seems to be pouring in through the glass. Looking about at the plants therein, it is well manicured in here. Everything from the hedges all around the edges to the box gardens to the rare flowers growing therein and even the vines that are licking up on the walls. I would like anyone who wants to do whatever they want.
I will
I go back to the material plane.
Alright guys, well.
Knowledge nature?
On.
The types of plants, like, are these plants dangerous?
Roll me a.
As I'm watching the fly trap just open Nicholas.
Roll me a knowledge nature.
Can I also do that? Seeing as I was
Yes.
going to see.
17.
How do the plants feel?
those are fey plants, most of them. Some of them are just exotic plants from the material plane, but most of them are fey in nature.
20.
Which gives them their odd and beautiful look. 20 on.
Nature.
Yeah.
Man.
Legitimately roll a sense motive.
On the fly trap or just in the room?
In the room. and
Yes,
stuff.
you may.
Sense motive on the room. The room has it out.
17.
That is a thing. Like, if you want to see if you can get a bad feeling about
Yeah.
something, you can sense motive. Yeah.
Okay. I'll roll.
I've had you do it before.
I'll roll my Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
That one.
It's great. It's safe.
Something smells like honey, and you gotta get some of that.
Gotta get some of that.
You gotta get some of that sweet, sweet nectar.
Hey, we should have just not rolled. That'd been better off. That's 3 nat ones tonight.
Thanks.
I
I hadn't counted, but now I'm depressed.
That was great.
That one.
It only lasts for any longer than that, you can slaughter.
That's what the ghosts sound like. They sound like you saying, Amos, you rolled 3 nat once tonight.
I would slowly start to approach. Inspecting the form.
I set fire to everything just to be safe.
How far in do you go?
Like 10 feet unless the group starts following.
I mean, Serene doesn't have a problem there, so it's fine.
What did a 17 give me vibes?
With a 17, something's off. This is way too chilled for it not to be off.
Also, if you kind of want dimensions on that fly trap on the far end for no reason,
Yeah.
it's 20 feet tall.
Anywho, I'm gonna try to find that honey.
It is 2 stories tall.
I'm trying to find that honey. So
Oh, you know
I step
exactly.
forward.
You know where that honey is.
I'm going
I'm gonna get
forward.
some of that honey. Does anybody stop him?
Yes. I don't let him run towards the fly trap. I kind of like grab you by the back of your shirt.
You're not compelled. It's
Right.
It's just a curiosity.
That smells good.
You know how you attract flies?
It's because he's stinks.
Horse shit?
Well, it smells better than that.
Oh.
We all want some awful lot, but
Tyrus goes.
So why are you running towards the fly trap?
Something just smells so good. I gotta find it. I want to find it. Don't you guys want to find it?
No, I think you may not find it, Joe. Put it back in between us.
What did it mean? Just out of curiosity.
6.
Okay.
It's still moving true form tonight.
Let's before you inspect what's going on. I imagine this week's element in back will probably try to devour you.
Let's stuff with the edges of the
Oh,
yellow.
Didn't seem hostile to me.
I inspect like the wall of the glass.
You may.
And maybe try to break it a little bit and see what's on the other side. Get hot seed there.
Is that legal? You should do.
Blood and grass and stuff like that.
You take the butt of your dagger. You knock out a pane of glass. It shatters and hits the ground. That warm, inviting sensation is immediately snuffed out in that spot as the cool, cold air from outside rushes through and you see the mist begin to pour out into the room, just in that spot. It's outside.
So there's some sort of magical thing that's creating sunlight.
It would seem. It just is.
How big would you say that window pane was?
I'll say it's 12 by 12 inches.
Like a squeeze through it.
Mm-hmm.
Can I circumnavigate this whole entire room? Like, on the outside.
You go outside. Okay. Roll me an acrobatics. 'Cause you do have to squeeze. 27. Harry's gone. You're outside. You step out and you kind of turn to look, and you see the hut and the tree. You don't see paned glass, shattered glass. You were just outside.
So let's go.
Mhm.
Inside.
You have effectively
Split the
teleported.
party. Okay. It's also what not to do, but
Is he hear me going up?
No. No, you're underground.
Harry? Harry?
well,
I have a question.
it was for the search of knowledge.
Did you find it?
Yep. I learned a lot.
Then that's what matters, as long as you had fun.
Yeah, we're just gonna take the long way back. So in 10 minutes, I'll be back.
Well, part of the problem is you're so sneaky. I just think you're still in there.
You probably do, yeah.
He's stealthing. We should continue.
I would slowly approach the Venus flytrap.
I would go quickly if that.
How close do you get?
30 feet. As they get closer, can I inspect more on that plant specifically?
Yes, you may roll me knowledge nature on that.
28.
With a 28, you recognize this as a giant fly trap.
Right.
A
I am
hardy
shocked
plant
and
that
amazed.
grows in areas with poor soil but abundant animal life. This dangerous predator is an immense version of the more common and much smaller kin. Whereas the smaller fly traps supplement their growth by catching insects, the giant fly trap does the same with animals, humanoids, or anything else foolish enough to draw too near. Local legends call this plant names like mancatcher, snapperjaw, dragonleaf, cowbiter, and green gulper, but adventurers know it simply as a giant fly trap.
Tom.
What did you get altogether? I'm sorry.
28.
With a 28, you may ask one question about the giant fly trap.
Weaknesses.
That's fire.
I'm always actually.
That's not.
It has no special weakness.
Gross. So,
Yeah.
Karis is fascinating. Question. How do we get around it?
What? You have not to.
He
I
says,
kind of hold up one of the bombs that isn't like literally used.
you see the pod turn on its stem and flip horizontal.
That's disconcerting.
And why would you do that? It speaks.
It speaks?
It doesn't speak. It's not supposed to speak.
And we will pick it up there next time. Thank you very much for joining us, adventurers. Remember that this has been a good day to die. See ya.